from Tampa Bay streaming news leader. This is ABC Action News.
Hello there, I'm Vanessa ARAIZA. Today we're expecting storms across the Bay Area. Greg D has your full weather forecast coming up. But first, here are your ABC Action News headlines. White House Coronavirus Task Force Coordinator Dr. Deborah Birx believes the country is in a new phase of the COVID-19 crisis, even suggesting some wear a mask inside their own home. Dr. Birx is reporting widespread infections in urban and rural areas. If you live in a multi-generational household and there's an outbreak in your area, she says to wear a mask at home. A USF professor says that's especially true if you live with someone who has certain health conditions.
You could have somebody who comes back from outside who's infected and who's transmitting, and you'll never even know it because they're asymptomatic or pre-symptomatic. And by the time they start to get the sniffles and run a fever, it's already too late. Everybody else is probably exposed to the virus.
He says the one thing that people can do to help reduce the spread is wear their mask as much as possible. Today, the state's top business regulator will be in the Bay Area to meet with local bar and brewery owners about safely reopening. This comes as one local brewery owner says state business restrictions forced him to close one of his locations. Four Stacks Brewing is keeping their Apollo Beach location open, but they're closing another one in Riverview. Several bars and breweries are joining a lawsuit against the state, saying they feel targeted.
You know, the government is saying that there's too many bad actors to be able to regulate it, so they just shut everybody down. And my point is that we pay license fees to arm you with the tools that you need to come out and have regulators regulate. And it's not my fault as a business that's been paying taxes, been paying licensing fees, that you don't have the capabilities to regulate.
Nearly 2 weeks ago, an organization called Florida United for Craft Breweries sent a letter to the state saying more than 100 breweries could close for good if restrictions aren't eased. Struggling, Marathon Petroleum is now selling its chain of Speedway gas stations to the owner of 7-Eleven. This comes with a $21 billion price tag. It's in response to the coronavirus pandemic slashing demand for fuel, especially jet fuel. The sale will give 7-Eleven about 14,000 total convenience stores in the U.S. as well as Canada. The deal could close next year after review by antitrust officials. The Edward Scissorhands house is up for sale in Lutz. The home was featured in Johnny Depp's breakout movie 30 years ago. Can you believe it? It was recently remodeled. The realtor says it's just minutes away from I-75 and the Tampa premium outlets. Now let's check in with meteorologist Greg D with your forecast.
And Vanessa, as the CISS moves away from Florida, we're still feeling a northwest flow behind that system, which means onshore flow for us. And that means the coast will stay in the upper 80s to around 90, but inland areas could get into the mid-90s. And unfortunately, this kind of flow also doesn't bring as many showers and storms as we typically see. So the rain chances today, not looking all that good. At most 10 to 20%. With mainly heat to worry about for the afternoon, as the heat index could potentially reach 100 degrees or higher. Your latest 7-day forecast, including a look at that weekend, already available in the free ABC Action News app. Vanessa?
Greg, thank you. And remember, you can now get news 24 hours a day on our free streaming news channel. All you have to do is just download the ABC Action News app on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, and Apple TV. Enjoy the rest of your day.